I'm like, Sam, I built that guitar. If you'd like to follow the process of turning a block of wood like this into a guitar like this, then you've come to the right place. And if you would like to see me give this guitar away, click subscribe, hit the bell. Guys, welcome back to Let's Build a Guitar. And last week we got to give that guitar away to our Army veteran Tony. Another just really special time.
Beautiful. Oh man. Oh my word. Oh Steve, that is beautiful.
Yeah, good to see Tony again and spend some time with he and his wife Laura. And today we're going to take off to go to Sioux Falls, South Dakota. Well, actually T, South Dakota, which is just outside of Sioux Falls. And let me go tell you why. I'm going to be expanding the Chapter 2 of Let's Build a Guitar. You've already heard me talk about Chapter 2 of Let's Build a Guitar, that I've got those two very special guitars that need to be built for a friend of Prince's, and going to be including some 24 karat gold into them, see how that all works out. But couple things. One, I just can't resist not getting another guitar ready to give away. So I'm going to start building another guitar to give away. But also, it looks like I'm going to be getting myself an apprentice, which I'm kind of excited about. Should be a lot of fun. Got a young guy from a town that's nearby who would like to build his own guitar. And so today we're going to go to CW Hardwoods in T, South Dakota, have him kind of look over what he might like to choose and see if we can find something there. And I'll, of course, have to look at the wood as well and see if there's anything that I want to get. I am going to be routing out the interior portions of these guitars that are going to Mr. X. These are ones that I've been hired to build, and they are going to be the ones that have that gold infused in the clear coat or something. Don't know exactly how that's going to work yet, but we'll get there. Today, we got a few things in store for you. So let's head out to the car. Just ran into Barnes & Noble and got one of these ultimate guitar books of 2,000 different guitars. Thought this way Corwin could go through it and take a look and see what kind of body styles he likes. So a few of the things, obviously the width of the wood is going to be determined by what body style is chosen and how that comes together. So if you're going to do a Flying V or an Explorer, or if you're going to do a Strat type or Telecaster, it's different dimensions. So thought this way he could take a look. The other thing that we're going to figure out is, will he be using paint, or is he going to want it stained with nice wood underneath? Because that makes a difference. If you're just going to paint it, well, then you don't need anything fancy with the wood, and you can get by cheaper. Does that one look familiar to anybody? All right, so gonna introduce you to Sam.
Hello.
And this is Corwin back here. Did you figure out what you're looking at?
Yeah.
Telly?
Yep.
Telly style body? All right.
Yep.
Okay, well, let's go check out Cameron's new shop here. Cameron, I've got you on camera again.
Oh, great.
Wow, you got a little more room here.
I do. Yeah, I'm really excited. So we leased this space in February. We upgraded quite a bit. So
yeah.
I'm really excited to have it.
Awesome.
So it's 60 feet long, 32 wide. We have a showroom, a restroom.
Nice.
And then we've expanded our exotic inventory.
And a wife that's happier that your garage is, right?
Exactly, yes. Yeah, she's very understanding of our passions. So.
Good.
The other thing we added was a kiln on the end of the building. So we have a reefer trailer that we're converting into a kiln.
Really? Nice.
Yeah, so we can now kind of get in front of the line to get our stuff dry. So,
Sweet.
Yeah.
So Cameron, this is Sam and Corwin.
Hi guys.
Yeah, I'll go for
So this
that.
is your first guitar build?
Yes.
Awesome.
So-
What kind of guitar are you thinking of doing?
I'm thinking simple for the first one, just a Fender from.
What kind of woods are you wanting to do it in?
On the span of wood, I have no clue what to talk about.
So-
What specs
Yeah, yeah.
or anything.
Let me show you guys around and show you.
So he's trying to decide if he's going to do something where he's going to paint or if he's going to use something with some really nice wood grain.
Good, 'cause
So,
if there's some good
try
wood
and-
grain that I can find with a decent color, like
Yeah.
a decent pattern, then it would
Yeah.
be good to stain it. Otherwise,
Okay. Or go with the natural beauty of the
Otherwise,
Yes,
like a swamp ash or some sort
Okay.
of
something
something.
simple that I can paint over
Okay.
would be good too.
that would
All
be-
right. So the first one is zebra
Zebra
wood.
wood.
I love zebra wood. Comes out of Africa. Janka hardness scale is around 1800. Purple heart with
Too heavy.
very dense, very heavy.
Yeah.
3,000 on the Janka hardness scale. It's just too hard. So you're probably wondering, well, how do you figure board feet? So length, take your length times your width and divide it by 144. Figure everything into inches,
Okay.
and that will kind of give you your board foot idea. Next one would be curly maple, and curly maple would be a great option for a guitar. So you're going to get some more waves to it, some more character to it, things like that.
Oh, that one's a nice board.
Yeah. Well, let's keep rolling down the line here. More purple heart, Brazilian teak. We'll have more oils into the teak, and it's comparable for hardness for purple heart. More zebra wood, Peruvian walnut. What I've learned is that this makes for a really cool color combo, zebra wood and Peruvian walnut. So the Peruvian walnut will be a little bit darker than what we have here.
Yeah.
So it will kind
You're
of stand
speaking
out.
his language now because he grew up in Peru.
Oh, really?
I just got to figure out what they call it where I grew up and not
Yeah,
the
you got any
English.
trees for sale out there? Because I could use some more Peruvian walnut. I love this
I
stuff.
don't own any there, unfortunately.
Yeah, that's a frats. I have a piece of spalted maple in the back there. That would be 8/4, and 8/4 is 2 inches thick. 4/4 is 1 inch thick. Is how they do the thicknesses. 12/4. So they will collect the sap out of it, and it will be red. So a bloodwood tree will be as white as a maple,
That's
and then
not
the
gonna take it out.
sap dyes all of that stuff red. They collect the sap to treat ringworm, blackwater fever, and some other
Yeah, it's
unique
medicinal.
stuff.
Sangre
Yeah,
de grado or sangre de dragón.
it's
It does. It does. It looks like blood coming out of the tree.
Yeah, Google images of bloodwood
Yeah.
tree, and it's
Yeah.
like, whoa.
Yep. Yeah, I've seen it.
Here is Honduras mahogany, and this piece here is maybe wide enough. We'll bring the board up, and we're
Yep.
gonna hope that we can
Okay,
get through it, is gonna be the plan.
sure. All right, so I want to introduce you to my friend, Sam. We've gotten to be pretty good friends over just the last few months, really.
Yeah.
Found out we had a lot in common. Anyway, Sam had filled in for me for a little bit, and then after I came back from sabbatical, we got together for coffee. And the funny thing is Sam's telling me about how he does art, and he does a lot of Native American art,
Yep.
t-shirts.
Yeah. T-shirts and beadwork and necklaces, painting, that kind of stuff.
So he's telling me about that, and I said, well, I guess the kind of art that I do is I build guitars. So I showed him a picture, and he says, oh, one of my students has a guitar like that. And I said, you should introduce me. And Sam says, well, the kid lives in Montana. And I was like, he lives in, what's his name? So he tells me the name. I'm like, Sam, I built that guitar. It's like, awkward. So Sam teaches Spanish online to high school students. And so we took a picture and we sent it to this student of his. It's like, how crazy is that? And so anyway, Sam and I got talking about guitars because he plays, and
Yep.
you've got an acoustic guitar that
Yep.
is,
I think it's a 62 Gibson. That was my wife's grandfather's guitar.
it's an acoustic.
It's acoustic, right.
An acoustic.
Yep.
1962 Gibson. None of us are jealous, but anyway, that's it. So anyway, then Sam introduced me to his son, Corwin, and Corwin is going to show us what he picked out today for the guitar that he's going to do, and he's going to tell us about what he's going to do.
I've been playing guitar for about maybe 4 to 5 years almost, I don't know. The guitar I have right now is a PV Predator, which explains why I want to get an upgrade. So I couldn't imagine.
Although there's some guys that really like those PV Predators
Really?
too. There are,
Interesting.
Yeah. Yes.
But yeah, this is an opportunity that I can't wait for, and
So it's kind of fun. So first off, you picked out what kind of body style?
Telecaster.
Yep.
Yeah.
Picked out a Telecaster body style. We're gonna get creative with it though. So I'm gonna do a little bit of a Gibson touch to it, which is gonna be, do you remember what kind of wood this is?
The Honduran
Mahogany.
Mahogany. Yep.
Yep. Curly maple.
Curly maple for the top.
And then we got Wenge.
Wenge for stripes in the middle.
Right, so show what we're gonna do here.
So I don't know exactly terminology or anything because this is my first one, so don't get on my case for not knowing anything. But supposedly we're gonna cut it down the middle and then take some strips of the Wenge and then make ricing stripes through the middle of it.
Yep. So we'll cut it right down the middle of this. So this is gonna be split. So this will be within the guitar body, and then we'll have the light, dark, light, dark, light, dark, light. Do something of that sort so that we've got enough width that we need. And this is a nice curly maple, should be a really pretty design for a Telecaster. I'm kind of pumped about this. This is gonna be fun.
Especially for my first one. I'm ready.
It's gonna be cool. It's gonna require patience, so you know that.
Yeah, yes,
It's
definitely.
probably gonna take you at least 4 months or more.
As long as I have a cool guitar by the end of this.
All right, you keep playing the PV Predator.
It's a high school graduation present. So
Yeah.
we've got year and a half, little over yet before
Okay.
he graduates.
Well, hey, the nice part about the longer we take, the more money you can save up for the parts. Right. All right, sweet.
Yep.
Okay, guys, I'm glad you're joining us for this second chapter of Let's Build a Guitar. We got a lot going on this time, and I just got to tell you, I couldn't resist it. I bought myself some wood as well, also some mahogany, also some curly maple, and most of the Wenge is mine. So we're gonna get creative and fun with that too. Couldn't resist. I'm a sucker for it. So Corwin and I and Dad are gonna head out to, not my dad, Corwin's dad. We're gonna head out to Jim Mishy's. Jim is the one that surprises me once in a while by giving me, a little mahogany here, a little mahogany there. But anyway, what we're gonna be doing is taking the wood that we got from CW Hardwoods, which is a little over a week ago, and we are going to essentially plane it down, but we're gonna be planing it down with a big table sander that Jim has. Something that I do not have and probably won't ever own, although it'd be really cool. So that's what we're gonna go tackle first, and then we're gonna be able to start to route out the mahogany of the body. So we got some Wenge.
Oh boy, that's pretty.
So we need to, we just gotta get sanded down, and both of these as well. Some curly maple, and then Corwin, you wanna grab the mahogany? All right, so we're gonna do the mahogany back, and what's really nice about having one solid piece is that this then gets to basically be our foundation that we're gonna use, put all those other pieces onto,
Yeah.
right? So the thing that you gotta think about as we look at this, now, One is that we're going to get 2 guitar bodies out of this. Now I'm going to let you have your pick to where you want, okay? Okay, so now looking at it, because you could change your mind now if you wanted, but that's going to be kind of what your the backside is going to look like for you.
Okay. Yep.
Okay?
Yep.
Good. All right, then I'm going to put it back on.
Yep.
I'm going to take this. Let's just get this lined up where we wanted it. Okay?
Yep.
This is the important line, this inside
Yes.
one, is what we
Yep.
want. What I'm going to have you do now, though, is first I'm going to cut this in half, or cut it apart,
Yep.
and then we're going to take it down to a bandsaw, and you're going to kind of cut up to this line
Okay.
up here. The reason why we're not just going to cut to this line is with a bandsaw, or basically any saw that you're using, you're going to end up with a lot of little jaggedy lines all around there. And then we're going to use a router. We'll use the template and we'll route around it. Okay guys, so I'm here with Corwin and we are going to get this routed out now, and we'll be using the template on here, and I'm actually going to attach the template to the piece of wood. And this is Corwin's first time routing, so I just told him I wanted to walk him through this a little bit. I've got 2 routers that I typically set up. I've got one with a longer blade, a longer bit I should say. And then I've got this one, which has, as you can see, a really short bit, okay? One of the big mistakes that a lot of new guys, when they're just starting to route, is they think they want to just take the whole thing at one time. If you've got a really nice big shaping table or a nice big router table with the big bits, you can do the whole thing at once. When you're doing it by hand, I always find that I'm much better off if I take a small amount first and then make this a little bit deeper, and then I go to the big one. So we have got the back part of the guitar routed out. Corwin did most of it, and so now this is going to be Mahogany Back. Now what's going to happen is that we will use this as our foundation, and we will glue the other pieces onto the top, and then we will use this to route out the rest of the guitar.